And that's what we as black men got to do, is come out and get ourselves tested and make sure. I mean, you know, I've told you over and over, I'm a cancer survivor, and I would not have known it and until somebody actually said that, hey, there might be something. And I just kept going and kept going and kept going. This doctor, that doctor, until I found out I had thyroid cancer. So the most important thing is get yourself checked.
That is so true. That's Houston comedian and friend to the show, Nephew Tommy himself, last year, sharing his personal reason why he's urging other black men to get their health in order, get it in check. As you heard, he's a cancer survivor and credits his survival by going to the doctor and getting screened. And you know something? You can do it for free this weekend. Yeah, F-R-E-E. We know what that means, free. I'm honored to be joined by organizers of the African American Male Wellness Agency, and they've got stories of their own, the importance of putting their health first. And Black Men's Wellness Day is this Saturday. You need to be there. So, gentlemen, I want you to introduce yourself. I know them very, very well, but they need to have, they have star power of their own. So go ahead and get started, man.
Hey, well, glad to see you
Always
again.
good seeing all three of you.
Always a friend to the agency.
Yeah, introduce yourself, though.
So my name is Jamel Johnson. I am the Vice President for the African American Male Wellness Agency. We are the health and wellness arm of the National Center for Urban Solutions.
Yep.
Yes, and I'm Dr. Donald Cooper. I am the Executive Director for the Houston office for the African American Male Wellness Agency.
And last but not least.
Last but not least, yes, my name is C.J. Eaton. I am the vendor chair for the agency.
Y'all are so great. And what I love about this is that it brings to the forefront and reminds everyone that everybody's health, especially the men in our lives and our family, friends, brothers, uncles, younger men, need to take care of their health now.
Yes.
Why do people don't do it, though? Go ahead.
I think one of the things that I see across the country is that there is still a phobia.
Fear, plain and simple.
As it relates to going to the doctor, right? My dad this year turns 82, right?
Congratulations.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
And so, which means we're still not too far away from the Tuskegee experiment.
Yes, sir.
Right? So we still have generations that are afraid and don't know. And so that's why I love our event, because it is huge on awareness.
Yes.
Letting you know that it's okay. And then when you have trusted partners or credible messengers that are behind the message, it kind of brings down that anxiety that typically happens. So not only fear, but I believe also access to care.
That's important too.
Right?
Not all communities have the access that they deserve.
They don't, you know, because a lot of the communities are in food deserts. And then on top of that, affordability, right? And so we have this term, social determinants of health. A lot of times we speak about that from an academic space. We speak about it on platforms, but it's really somebody's lived life,
That's
right?
true.
So when somebody is sick and they are thinking about going to the doctor, now they have to factor in, okay, I got to pay for parking.
Can you afford it?
I got to pay for a copay.
Right. Are you going to feed your family? You're going to go to the doctor. And that's not a choice that people should have to make.
Exactly.
Now, I want to talk about this. He brought up the fear. Now, is the fear of going to the doctor and finding something wrong, or is it something else?
Yeah, I think a lot of it comes from the fear. And, you know, in our world, we have this campaign called Real Men, Real Talk. And it really unveils the opportunity for men to be in a vulnerable space. And you think about it, in our world as men, sometimes typically in our day-to-day, we don't have a safe space.
Right.
You know, it's not at home. I share with people, it's not at home with the spouse, it's not at church, it's not a non-men's group.
And that's not a bad thing, but
that's not a
sometimes
bad
it's just
thing.
reality,
It's just reality. And so that vulnerability aspect creates that fear of the unknown. And so now, you know, do I want to not only hear what the notion is, but hear from someone that I don't have a rapport with.
True.
And so, you know, a lot of that is a lot to swallow. So that now we have nothing but ego, pride to stand on. And then most importantly, we haven't seen that in traditional in our culture. Right. And so as Jamel stated, you know, my father made 86 on this Monday. Yeah. So culturally, my dad was not a doctor person. He still talks about the teaspoon of the cod liver oil that I take during the winter months. You know, that type of thing. You know, so it's like, you know, things that he's prescribing, people don't even know about.
Right. That's
true.
So
dated time.
Yeah.
But culturally, we in a male dominant space in a household, one, you know, is the male dominant factor there for you to even see a regimen of tradition.
Right.
And so these are typically things that we have that we just don't see about going to the doctor.
That's true. But you're changing that. So let's talk about that. We only got about a minute and a half.
Sure.
But what's happening this weekend, Saturday, that everybody needs to be a part of? Tell me about it.
Well, we're having
He's got the
everyone
flyer out.
get checked out,
not checked in.
As a matter of fact, we're going to have literally hundreds and potentially thousands of people come out.
Yes.
We have roughly around 120, 25 vendors set up. People will be able to come out and enjoy, have a great time. Not only will they be able to get screened and scanned and get everything checked out from their body, but they're going to have food for the children. They're going to have recreation for the seniors.
And also testing. And let's show that the location, Black Men's Wellness Day 2026, new location this year. 7 a.m. till noon, Community of Faith Church at 1025 Pinemont Drive. It is free. Also, you're going to have mobile clinics. That's what we're talking about. What else, real quick?
Well, food trucks. We're going to have for the kids, a play area for the seniors. I mean, just a full day of activities from starting at 7, and we're going to have our walk and run. So come on out and participate.
And one other thing, I'm going to be there as the MC. You can't leave that part out.
That's right.
Well, because I mean, yes, I'm not a male, but there are men in my family. But there are friends of mine who need to be going.
Right. Yes.
There are friends that you know, even strangers. If you say a man on the street saying you got to take care of your health for not only themselves but for their family, for their sisters, their mothers, everybody. Because of course, a lot of times you're head of the households or you're head of your own world, but without your strength, you have nothing.
Yes.
Without your health,
you have nothing.
Okay.
Right.
Website they can get more information.
aawellness.org.
Okay.
aawellness.org.
Please be out there, everybody.
Come on out.
And the family can come too. That's why it's all a family event, but also just reminding these men that you are important and your health is just as important. So thanks, men, for always seeing you.
Thank you.
I can't
Always
wait
good
till
to see you.
Saturday. I'm so excited.